Jeff here from Ambassadors of the Sea. What we had hoped to be an exciting video about upgrades we've made to our Dive Xtras Blacktip Diver Propulsion Vehicle, or DPV. Sadly, we just can't have any excitement anymore. The problems we've had with this have just been unfathomable. It first started out, the very first time we went to use this DPV, visibility wasn't the best, so we made the choice not to take the DPV on the dive. Having done hundreds of dives at this particular location, felt pretty secure in leaving it on the shore while we decided to do a dive without it. Came back, it was gone. Checked with a couple of friends that were in the area that day. Nope, didn't have a clue where it was. So we had to make a report to the local police, and eventually about 2 weeks later, the person that took it ended up turning it back into the local police, and we were able to recover it. That was step one. Then, subsequent dives that we did with this DPV, we started having flooding issues. First a little bit, then more. Eventually one time, the entire DPV was full of water, which obviously compromised the batteries, did some damage on the inside. So that wasn't very good. So we sent it back to Dive Xtras for some costly repairs. With shipping somewhere around the $400 price range, it was pretty costly. And unfortunately, when we got it back, it came back with a number of the internal weights missing from the device. As you'll see, lots and lots and lots of emails back and forth with Dive Xtras. Not really any help. Finally, we were pressured into having to go out and buy a gram scale, weigh the parts of the DPV, see if it met the weighting. Still nothing. It wasn't working. We eventually had to put ankle weights around the nose of it to get it to balance out into the water. And eventually on our own, we purchased our own tire weights. We took it into a pool. We took a lot of time weighing it down, and then had some more problems. Unfortunately, we made a mistake and we damaged the scooter and had to send it back to Dive Xtras. 100% our issue this time. It took a fall that it shouldn't have taken and ended up damaging some parts of the tail cone area. So we sent it back before putting it back in the water. Then we got it back. That cost us probably about $300 this time, including shipping fees. And when we got it back, got all excited. We put our additions on. All right, we've got our new parts for our Dive Xtras scooter, although this comes from an aftermarket manufacturer, but we've got a nice compass with a slate that's going to pop out that we can write on. We also have a camera mount for the front of the scooter, and we also have our new two-handed handle. So we're going to put those on tonight, some of them anyway, and go from there. All right, we're going to take the handle off here to replace it with our new two-handed handle. All right, we're going to go ahead and take the new handle and install it now. Push this down in, rotate it so it's lined up correctly. All right, now that we've got it on, let's give it a try. And it speeds up in safe mode with our handle. Slow it down, speed it up. And it seems to work good. Now we're gonna get in the water and test its weighting. All right, this is gonna be test number 1 for weighting. Put it in. Let's see where it floats. So it's still significantly nose light. Means we're gonna have to add some weight to the nose here. All right, we've added some weight, and now we're gonna try this again. Now we're negative. You can see that it's sinking. It's still nose high. Took it down to the water to go dive it, and it only operated in reverse. Not very good for a scooter that should only operate forward. So we got it back. We talked to Dive Xtras about it, and they said, well, it should turn counterclockwise, the propellers. Sadly, we're back here on the drawing board with the Dive Xtras scooter after another day where the scooter operated in reverse. So per their instructions, we sent them a video of the scooter. So we're gonna try it moving. And you can see it is going counterclockwise, which they say should be forward, but it's actually a reverse. Okay, and we checked it. It was turning counterclockwise, so it should be good. They had us unplug a couple of things, plug it back in. They said, yep, you're good. So we took it back down to the ocean again, got all excited and tried it again. Nope, still only going in reverse, yet the propellers were going counterclockwise. Back to the drawing board, back an unbelievable amount of emails back and forth, as you can see, and eventually instructions to disconnect a couple of things and rewire them or plug them in different fashions and rewire it. Now the propellers turn clockwise. They tell us it's going to work. We put it out in our rinse tank. Looks like it wants to go forward this time, but we're going to have to get back out to the open water to give it yet another test to see if it will actually propel forward. However, still to this day, Dive Xtras can't explain why they told us the propeller is supposed to go counterclockwise and propel us forward, but yet now this DPV, the propeller is going clockwise and it should propel us forward. So that's where we're at with it. It's not worth even the $2,000 or $2,500 you might be able to pay for one of these, especially with the replacement batteries we've put into it now. Just not worth it. So stay tuned to see how this continues to go. All right, well, we ended up getting one dive in. Hopefully that's going to stay consistent with this Dive Xtras scooter. But buyer beware, I highly don't recommend investing in one of these. Instead, stay tuned with us. We got a new scooter we're going to be featuring here very shortly, so watch out for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be aware of more videos that are dropping.